Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are seeing stocks drop today, we are seeing cryptos drop, and one of the notable cryptos, a crypto that I've been watching for some time, a crypto that I have been holding is Litecoin. Litecoin now down by a further 3.45% today. That represents $4 worth of drops, now falling to the price of $113.77 at the time of filming. Now this is significant. This is significant for a number of reasons, all of which we will of course get to over the course of this video, but my opinion on Litecoin now is a stance that does need to be updated. It's a video that I have to make for you. So if you do enjoy these sorts of videos, make sure to give them a like, make sure to subscribe. And do remember, I am not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, but again, if you do enjoy this, subscribing helps me to know, and it allows me to make more content on Litecoin. Now that I've said that, I need to jump straight in, and I want to look at the levels that we're at. You can see now for a couple of weeks, a couple of days at the very least, we've seen Litecoin really bouncing from these prices. Obviously, we've seen this major run from prices. Actually, we can go a bit further back, can't we? We can go all the way back to July, which really in context is not that long ago. The lows that we saw in Litecoin, where I personally bought, I was very lucky, was probably around this point here, right? Somewhere around this. We saw about $80. The lowest point was 76, so if you bought in there, congratulations. And if you were to sell at 130, 135, you'd have made a lot of money. And a lot of people have done that. At the same time, we've seen Litecoin continue to drop. Now, this is not something that we didn't expect, and what I do recommend, guys, if you're really interested in Litecoin, is click on the link in the bio, the description, and you can follow us on Patreon, right? The videos that I make on Patreon, there's a lot of Litecoin-focused stuff because, well, again, I'm very interested in Litecoin. So if you want more updates on Litecoin, more detailed updates, you can find it all over there. Anyway, with that being said, yeah, I said this at the time, and again, more updates and alerts on Patreon, but 135, a historical level of difficulty for Litecoin. I can go back way to here, right, where you can see what happens, and you can see this in great detail. We'll call it 135, and I'll draw the line just here. A lot of times, historically, in fact, I want to go a bit further out. Let's go 5 years, if it's going to show properly, right? It's not really going to show properly on this chart, but just look at 135. What happened here? January time, could not really break and stay above 135. We hit it, we briefly went above it, but then we couldn't stay above it, right? We have difficulty at 135, and I've covered this in numerous videos. Again, if you want the updates, Patreon is a place to go. However, similar thing here, 135, right? 136 maybe, but similar sort of levels. Now, in all fairness, when we do break above 135 successfully, we see big runs. Again, I want to really highlight this, right? When we do 150, 160, 200, 300, we've seen it all in the past, you guys will know. However, we just don't seem to have that ability very often. Now, zooming back into where we are right now, we've seen the same thing happen again, right? We've seen the same thing happen again. We've seen 135 essentially destroy the momentum. We've seen things drop significantly after hitting that point. Quite a lot. Now, based on where we are, I think that there's a possibility that we're going to see this continue. And again, I'm going to explain a lot more about why on Patreon with a lot more background. Now, as you can probably tell, based on what I've been speaking about, I'm a big fan of Litecoin. I really am. I do see a lot of potential here, both mid and long term. But short term, I see this now having much more potential to drop than it does rise. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I absolutely do. But I think now there's a likelihood that we're going to be testing levels much lower than where we are. It could be a more slow bleed out as we drop 2-3% a day, as we have seen. But things do appear to be moving in that direction. Now, there's been a few levels of support that I was looking to hold at the last couple of days. A notable one was around 115. That held here, that held here. However, it didn't hold when we went to test it again and fell below it. Now fallen to the 113 mark. To where we are now, there's not really any major levels of support for some time. You could be looking to go to the 110, 111 mark. Could be looking to go to the 108. I think the next major support could be between 107 and the low end 100 itself, right? We've seen ourselves hit 107, 105, 104, 103. We found our support previously around those levels, 104, 105. I think that could be the next level that we're looking at for a major support. If we can hit that, great. There might be the potential of seeing a bounce from there. I think there's a possibility. And again, I think that the play on this one, in my opinion right now, is very clear. Touch 100, touch 105, touch 110, bounce, move up, and then we could be seeing this one touch 130 again, 135. Break below that, and we're into much lower territories. However, at the minute, I am proceeding with extreme caution. I'll be giving more updates in detail on this on Patreon, but I think Litecoin now, despite my long-term optimism, the trend is quite clear. We didn't break above 135 and the downtrend does continue. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope this level at 113, I hope this level at 110, 115 can hold up, but it doesn't seem to be at the moment, and I therefore believe that there's more potential to go down. Do remember, of course, though, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, it's simply my opinion, so if you disagree, that's absolutely fine. Let me know in the comment section, and I hope I'll see you again. If you guys are ready to get serious about trading for less than the price of a coffee every day, I've got to tell you about the new Patreon page that I have just launched. That's right guys, I have a new Patreon. I'm going to be sharing everything on here, from my personal stocks that I am watching to pre-market updates, as well as a Discord group which I have started. It's going to allow you to access similar-minded, like-minded people who are also interested in sharing their knowledge about the markets. I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff over here guys. There's going to be a lot of exclusive content coming in the next couple of weeks, but do bear in mind, for most of the tiers, spots are limited. The Market Scout, where you'll gain access to the Discord, prices will change after 150 members. At the moment guys, I'm limited for time, so the Trader's Edge course and above, we're limiting the courses even lower, right? There's a limited amount of people who can join. At the same time, depending on the level of mentorship that you want, we have prices going all the way up from 1450 to the highest tiers over here that you can see. Again, if you're looking to take your journey to that next level, on these middle tiers, this is personally the one that I would recommend, even though it's not the most expensive. It costs less than a coffee every single day, and the amount of information that you'll get here, in my personal opinion, is absolutely worth the value. At the very least, guys, you can become a member for free. The link is down in the description, the comment section, and the bio. Just give it a look and see what you think. And of course, feel free to sign up if you're looking to take your journey even further. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the video.